Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is your match review for Leeds 0, Chelsea 3. Happy days. Look, things went in our favour today, but I'm just happy we get a win. I'm just happy that all of the circumstances went in our favour, but on top of that, everything that we needed to go well today went well. And what do I mean by that? We got a good result. We got 3 points. The Premier League table now is looking in our favour. We are currently, having played 36 games, 70 points. Arsenal are 4 points behind, still need to play a game. They play Tottenham tomorrow. Tottenham below them, 4 points behind them, having to play a game as well. So top 4 looks like it's in the bag. I'd like to think it's in the bag. If Arsenal win tomorrow, it means Chelsea and Arsenal have made top 4. So we'll see. If Tottenham win, it means that our third place looks pretty much settled. But top 4 isn't mathematically done yet. It would need one more game, which hopefully we should be able to wrap up and get that job done. But alongside that, on the pitch today, in terms of our players, our team, well, we had players feature that we wanted to see. Chalobah played, had a very good game. Does he play the cup final? For me, yes. Finally, Chalobah's on the pitch. Thomas Tuchel, I have to say, with Thomas Tuchel, I think he does listen to us. I don't mean he watches my videos, but I think he listens to the fan base, because I've noticed patterns, and I've noticed every time that we come up with something as a fan base, the popular opinion, all of a sudden, you see Tuchel implement it. And happy days. Chalobah, he played today. We were screaming for it. He plays, and he does well. He looked solid, he looked composed, he looks quick, he's able to keep up. I mean, everything looks like it's in motion. So happy days for Chalobah, and obviously saying happy days a lot. But for me, he plays that cup final, and hopefully that cup final is a happy day for us. Anyway, on top of that, Christensen managed to play, and we won, which means Thiago Silva got rested, so that's another positive. Rudiger had a decent performance. Alonso started, which means that his beef with Thomas Tuchel's been settled, and he actually played well today. Not blockbuster, but he was active, he was moving, he was getting into good positions, and he wasn't just, lagging like he was against Wolves. So great. That means they've put whatever they had to the side and they've moved on. Happy days. Again, Jorginho, he played, and he played the full 90. I didn't expect him to even start. I thought he wouldn't be able to make that late fitness test, but he did, and he played 90 minutes, and he played really well. Really well. Which means for the cup final, he'll be ready, and he's in form. On top of that, Kante didn't play today, but I expect he's going to be ready for the cup final because he didn't play today, so that's another positive. Pulisic started today, played decent, and fair play to Pulisic. Was quiet in the first half a little bit, shone to light later on, but overall, decent. Lukaku is now hitting form, it seems, and he's looking sharper. He's looking like he's moving a little bit quicker, and we want to see that. And the goal that he scored today was great, and he was involved in the build-up for the first goal as well. On top of that, we had a good performance from Mason Mount, but overall, everything that we needed to go well today, Ziyech came on later, we finally know that he's alive, and he had a decent cameo. Everything we needed to go well, went well. So now I look in terms of the cup final, and moving into the cup final, we can't ask for more. In terms of going into that cup final, with everything that we've needed to go well, has ended up going well. So, brilliant. Bring on Liverpool, and we'll see what happens. Now, in terms of the context of the game, I understand we can't get too carried away, because it was Leeds with 10 men. And rightfully so, can I say, because that red card was a red card. So if anyone even wants to say that wasn't a red card, go please, Specsavers, Vision Express, Boots Opticians. I'm trying to name all the different types of opticians in this country. Go and pay a visit to each and every one of them. They all offer free eye tests. You can go there, get yourself a new pair, and then check the replay. Because that was a reckless challenge by Daniel James. You could say, yes, maybe his intention was the ball, but my goodness, the follow through, studs, straight to the ankle, did get Kovacic, could have been a leg breaker. If that was a centimetre either way, or an inch either way, it could have maybe broken his leg. So it's a red. It's a red. And from that point, despite Chelsea still controlling the game, it went a little flat, but Chelsea still had control. And we ended up getting that first goal, and thankfully so. Very, very good. Very, very good finish from Mason Mount. Nice build-up overall. Getting to Lukaku, who was involved. Mason Mount, Reece James lays it off to Mason Mount. Mason Mount smashes it in just as he enters the box into not the top corner, but the roof of the net. Good finish. At the same time, whilst KDB was over at Wolves getting a hat-trick. Madness, by the way. That game is still going on. But we go 1-0 up after 4 minutes, and it's a great start. And then the red card happens. So the red card happens, and after being 1-0 up, now they're down to 10 men. You're thinking, Chelsea are just we're going to steamroll this now, surely. We didn't. We played it safe. We played it cool. The game went flat. We brought the tempo right down. I'm not a big fan of that. But, considering we have a cup final, thankfully it's worked in our favour. Because it might mean that we've saved energy levels. We've conserved. We've played it safe. Now we're ready for the cup final and we've got 3 points. Maybe the approach, which is risky, did end up paying off. So, sometimes you got to risk it to get the biscuit, as they say. Anyway, second half, we go in. Pulisic with the goal. Mason Mount assist. And this was a very decent layoff. Nice finish from Pulisic. Was able to cut in and pick a spot. And he sticks it into the bottom corner. Fantastic. And it proves that Pulisic is on a bit of form now as well. So is he going to be a contender to start in the cup final? I would like to think so. Especially against Liverpool. He's got good history. He's got previous against Liverpool. So it gives Tuchel a good headache in terms of who do we start. You know, at one point, we're looking at Ziyech. We were looking at Pulisic. And then all of a sudden, they start to dip off. Then Werner starts to somehow get into a little bit of form. And then he dips off. Kai Havertz gets into a bit of form. Then we're thinking Lukaku's in the mud. And now he's picking up form. And now Pulisic has come back and he's picking up form. Let's finish the season. And hopefully next season we get some consistency. And then the third goal, Hakim Ziyech giving the layoff for Romelu Lukaku. So even Ziyech with a cameo getting an assist. That gives Tuchel a little bit of a headache too in terms of who to start the cup final. But Lukaku finally doing what I want him to do in that centre forward role, which is use instinct, be quick in your decision making, and demonstrate, you know? Not just in terms of overall performance, but when you get a chance, as a striker, you need to be able to be clinical on the spot there. When a chance comes, there's no time to think, boom, you take it and it's done. And he had some chances today, but he was unlucky with a lot of them. Header, shot from out wide, had Pulisic, could have been a goal, decided to take the shot, was just wide. Sometimes it's good for a striker to be a bit selfish, so I'll definitely let Lukaku off on that. But the goal was him being very, very quick in terms of his thinking, being composed, being calm. He played it safe. He was cool. He took the decision. He could have finished it. Great interception by the defender. Manages in between two defenders. Was able to drag it back out. Then take a little tap. Wait for the time for the defender to drop to the ground. For the chance to present itself. And he smashes it into the net. That's what you need a striker to do. You need a striker to read the situation and make a decision there and then. And my problem with Lukaku is that sometimes he's just taking way too long on for a decision, way too long on a touch, way too heavy, way too slow. Today he looked sharper, he looked quicker, he looked more involved. He didn't have 7 touches. I don't know how many touches he had today, but he had a lot. He was involved, he scored, he was involved in a build-up, he managed to hold up the ball very well. He was playing other players off very nicely. Everything looked really good from him. Keep it up, please, keep it up. Could this be the turning point? I don't want to get ahead of myself. As I said, it was Leeds with 10 men. So we got to be realistic. But against Wolves, scored twice, got a brace, despite us bottling the game. Today, scores again, is involved, had a good performance. Going into a cup final, maybe this is the perfect timing. Perfect timing. Let me just say this now. Lukaku came on screen afterwards and was like, after he scored that goal, he said, I'm back. I don't like when players do that because now you've put pressure on yourself. You're going to either look like an absolute genius or you're going to look like an idiot. I don't like when people take the Conor McGregor route, as I like to say. I am this and I am that and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then at first you back it up and everyone's like, you know what? Fair play. And then you don't. And then you look like a clown. Lukaku needs to perform. Now, what I'm going to say is if he starts against Liverpool, which I'm pretty certain now he will, because you can't really drop him. If he performs and he scores and he wins us the cup, everything could be forgiven. I mean that. Everything could be forgiven from that point. Because that's a big level to present a redemption, let's say. Cup final, Wembley, against Liverpool, who are on for the quadruple, and we bring a halt to that because of Lukaku, that could be him honestly saying, I'm back, and mean it. So, bring on the cup final. Let's wait and see what happens. But overall, happy days, 3-0. Got the win. Tomorrow's top 4 final is going to mean a lot. As I've already mentioned, if Arsenal win, we get top 4. If they don't, we don't get top 4, but we do build that gap from them to basically guarantee 3rd place if we were to get just one more result. That was our last away game of the season. So we've got 2 more games at home now, and it's season done. Let's see what happens. But now eyes are on Liverpool FA Cup final this Saturday. I will be doing a watch along for that, so make sure you guys are here for that, and hopefully I'm not going in with much expectation. I will give you all of my thoughts for that in my preview on Friday, but let's give it a go. Let's just give it a go, and you never know. Who knows? And if we win that cup, great end to the season. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Much appreciated. I do want to give shout outs to some of the lads that performed really well today, as I've already mentioned, in terms of Chalobah, in terms of Mason Mount, who ended up getting man of the match, in terms of Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech, who came on later, Lukaku, who performed very well, Jorginho, for me, was, yes, I know Mount got man of the match, but Jorginho was stellar tonight. Was stellar. And yes, 10-man Leeds, but he was really good tonight. Really good. He ran that midfield and he bossed it. And he was involved in every single phase and every single zone in that midfield. So fair play to Jorginho. But yeah, let me know who you thought done well tonight. And let me know how you are now feeling going into the cup final with this result. I'd love to hear it. But thank you so much. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. Have a good one, people. See you tomorrow. Take care. And peace.